Hi guys, and welcome to Tailored Talk. Now I'm going to cover Glitter and Lasers, aka Anna O'Brien. Now I did do a video of hers before, but the sound was so awful. People were telling me, and it really was. The sounds were so awful that I had to delete it. And then by that time, I think I was focusing on another vid, so then I just completely forgot about Glitter and Lasers. So now I'm going to be doing my official first Glitter and Lasers reaction. So this is I'm fat, I'm wearing this bikini, deal with it. Let's take a look.
Hey, Glitter and Lasers, welcome back to my channel, and today we are talking about confidence. And the reason we're talking about confidence is because spring break is coming up, and that means swimsuit season is coming up, and that is the time in the year that most of us don't feel very good about our bodies. And as I was thinking about preparing for this Hawaii trip that I'm going on, I wanted to find a way to share some insight into how people judge our bodies and why, frankly, you shouldn't care if someone else has an opinion about your body.
That's hard to say, especially if you're a social media person and you put your stuff on social media.
Now, here's the thing. During this time of the year, like it usually starts right about this time, people start posting pictures of themselves in a swimsuit with the phrase, "Everybody is a beach body." And I will tell you personally, I hate this. I hate this more than anything else because I feel like it's so lazy. And I feel like it's such a dumbing.
Maybe it's to help other people and give them confidence in their bodies, maybe.
Down of like what actually like is happening, right? Yes, everybody is a beach body. Everybody is capable of going to the beach. But the reality is, if you don't feel comfortable going to the beach, it's not as simple as telling you, be comfortable, and you'll magically feel better, right? Like that's taking away the reality of the fact that like it's a process to feel at home and at peace with your body in whatever phase of the journey you're on. Like my body's changing right now. Some things are different. Some things are different. Some of them I like. Some of them I'm frustrated about. Like, I didn't know that when I started to work out that I would just start losing the minimal chest I have. So I've gone down a size in my chest and I'm like...
Oh, how long ago was this? A year ago? So she started working out. Is that a thing? I wonder if that's a thing that she's carried on with.
I didn't want you to go anywhere. But they did, right? And that's just life. Our bodies change. And sometimes they feel a little unfamiliar. And when our bodies feel a little unfamiliar, it's hard to go out there and be like, I love everything about myself, right? It's hard. So I was trying to think about like, what could I say? What would I say to someone who's in that phase right now, who's struggling to find a way to wear clothing that's comfortable for the weather that we're in? I mean, when things get hot, you don't want to be in a long outfit because our skin deserves to breathe and feel the fresh air, right? So I put a lot of thought into it. And I go, well, what are people afraid of? Like, what is the underlying...
Like the showing skin or like criticism for showing skin? I'm speculating though.
Fear, right? Like, what are we scared of when we don't wear something in public? Like, what is keeping someone from wearing the swimsuit? What is keeping someone from wearing the crop top? And I thought about it and I'm like, well, other people's opinions. Like, we're afraid that someone's going to come in and tell us that we look terrible, especially when we think we might look good. Or maybe we look in the mirror and that person telling us we look terrible is ourselves.
I like her makeup. She looks cute.
Right?
I didn't notice it before. Why did I not notice this like 2-3 minutes ago?
So I thought about this and I thought like, well, what can I say? First and foremost, if you don't like your body, that's a you problem. And that's like the most tough love thing I can say. But if you're sitting here and you're saying, I don't like the way my body looks and I'm mad at myself for it, that's a problem only you can fix. Nobody else can tell you you're beautiful. Nobody else can tell you that you're worthy and amazing. Like I can say these things to you all day, every day, but that's not going to change how you feel. You have to start making the effort to feel better about yourself. And one of the easiest ways to do this...
Is she going to say like exercise and dieting?
is to start valuing and appreciating what your body does beyond.
I wonder, like, how many of her followers are, obese, how many are plus sized, how many are thin, how many are slim. It would be interesting to kind of do like a tally of what her fans look like and why they subscribe and what they find inspirational about Anna.
Beyond looking like something, right? Like, oftentimes when we're evaluating our bodies, we look in the mirror and we're like, oh, I don't like, it's like that scene from Mean Girls where they're like, I have such horrible nail beds. We go to the mirror looking for problems. So the first thing I say to someone who is working to try to get their, mojo back or get comfortable with their body, if it's a you problem, is to go in front of the mirror and start looking for things you love. And so every time you step up in the mirror and you start looking for those problems, stop yourself and instead start to look for what you love. And in the beginning, it's going to be hard, right? And it's going to be like lame, shallow things. But the more you do it, the more you see and the more you begin to value. Also, move your body, use your body, recognize what your body does every single day to support you. If you can do these two things and you can push yourself out of your comfort zone a little by little.
That's good advice.
It's everything you wished for. Your site traffic is skyrocketing until this happens.
By trying new things that maybe you feel like your body prevents you from doing, you begin to learn just what you're capable of and have a lot more appreciation for your body. It's not simple. This one little video is not going to solve it, but hopefully that will help. Now, there's another group of people who are afraid to go on the beach because they are afraid of what everybody else is going to say. Right? They're afraid that somebody's going to walk up and tell them that they're fat. Or somebody's going to walk up and tell them that whatever they're wearing that they love doesn't actually look good on them. And I was thinking, okay, what do I say to these people? Right? What do I say to get someone to get out of their head and out of other people's opinions and start focusing on themselves? And I thought of the times in my life where I've actually been called fat. That I actually remember, right? I'm sure there's more than this, but I only remember 3 times in my life where someone has made a comment.
And the 3 times that it's really made an impact on her. I mean, Anna comes across as somebody that has like a really high confidence level. So it wouldn't surprise me if she's just kind of, there have been other times that she's just kind of erased out of her mind.
About my body. And the funny thing about those 3 stories is they have one common thing that kind of goes across all of them. And I'm going to tell those stories to you right now. So hopefully you can kind of come to the same realization I did. So the first time that I remember someone saying something about my weight is I was walking my dog in New York and we were just walking. I was in fitness wear, Data was sniffing things, and a car of teenagers drove by and just screamed out the window, "You're fat." Okay? So let's take the context of the situation. I wasn't doing anything other than just walking down the street. And these people yelled out the window. I didn't know them. They didn't know me. There was no relationship between us. Okay? That's time number 1. Time number 2. I'm at a resort in Miami. I'm with my friend Laura. She is like this amazing photographer, and we're doing a little photo shoot. And a woman comes up to us and says, "Oh, what are you taking pictures for?" And Laura, because she is my ultimate hype girl, goes, "Oh, she's an Instagrammer. She's super well known. She takes these lovely photos. She helps people be confident." So it's all the things that I would never say about myself. And honestly, thank you, Laura. You are the best. If you're watching this video, you probably are. Thank you for being such a good, dear friend. And this woman goes, "Oh." And that is not the reaction that Laura expected. And Laura's like, "What?" So Laura goes to the bathroom at this point, and this woman decides to turn to me and say, "Do you ever feel guilty?" And I'm like,
Guilty about what?
No, I
What, guilty about being an Instagram girl?
I don't feel guilty. Why would I feel guilty? She's like, "Well, because you're really promoting an unhealthy lifestyle. You're taking all these pictures and you're a bigger woman. You're promoting that." And I'm like, "Ma'am, I'm in a pool swimming. That's exercise. I'm enjoying life. That's called self-care. I don't really understand what I'm promoting in this situation that's so bad. What, vacations are bad? Nobody should go on vacation?" Ma'am, in fact, I think you're the one that has the issue. I don't think I'm the one that has the issue. Okay, that's story number 2. Story number 3 is probably the funniest of the 3. I was getting a massage at a very high-end, like, resort location. And
But back then, when she was, I wonder, does Anna get massaged now, or is she too self-conscious? Would she get massaged now? I'm guessing she would, because she does go on holidays. So, how long ago was this? Was the massaging episode?
the woman was massaging my back, and she felt my muscle. And she goes, "Wow, you're really strong. Are you a sumo wrestler?"
Where was she? That one's quite cute. There we go. Sorry,
Is
that one's quite
HelloFresh
cute
worth
though.
the price? Absolutely. I just love the idea of having
Most people would, though, like slightly bigger, would be mortified at getting massages. I'm guessing, just the thought of like a stranger just like massaging your body. And if you're confident and big, then it's not gonna matter. So not everybody.
I did not know what to do, people. I just was like, no. She's like, "I bet you they would recruit you. You're big and you're strong." And I was like,
That's kind of a compliment.
"Oh, okay. Thanks. And I was like, I just like working out. Like, what do you say when someone thinks you're a sumo wrestler? Though it does make me wonder, can women be sumo wrestlers?
Yes, they can. I think. Oh, sorry, I was thinking of judokas. I've seen heavy female judokas. I think there was female sumo wrestlers. Hang on, I'm just gonna.
Just let me know in the comments if you know, because I honestly do not know. So those are the 3 times in my life in the past probably 10 years I can remember someone distinctly making comments about my weight in public. Here's the thing all these people have in common. None of those people know anything about me. One person is a stranger in a car, one person is a stranger at a resort, and one person is a massage therapist, okay? None of these people know me. Now let's look at something else that they all have in common. All of these people, aside from the massage therapist, because that's just a funny story I wanted to tell and kind of fit in. And when we look at the people in the situation of me walking my dog and the situation in Miami, these people were taking time out of their day, like where they could have been doing so many better things.
So many more productive things.
To say something negative to me. Like, why would you go out of your way on your vacation to spoil someone's day? Why would you, in New York City, when there's so many amazing, fun things to do, go out of your way to try to make someone feel bad? That says
Because some people, and kind of some teenagers especially, who thrive off being mean, they just like to make people upset. It's a sad fact, but it's true.
a lot about the person's character, right? When someone is going out of their way to take time away from their fun, their joy, their happiness to make someone else feel bad. Well, that means they're probably
Yeah, that's not nice.
not feeling so great to begin with. Now, with the massage therapist story, it's a little bit different because I think it's a great example of where sometimes people make comments about their weight, about someone's weight, and they don't actually mean it as an insult. But because we've become so conditioned that whenever anyone calls attention to our size, we think it's an insult, those moments feel like they should hurt, but really it's kind of just funny. If anything, she was giving me a compliment and saying that I was a
Yeah, the sumo wrestler one was hilarious, and she sounds quite sweet.
really strong woman, right? And I'm a bigger woman, and that I have the physique of someone that way. But it didn't feel as offensive, right? It felt more like just a commentary on my body that was pretty neutral. So here's what I've learned from these 3 instances and just from my life in general. That for the most
It's just kind of amazing how, because if you compare Anna to Foodie and Amber, she's so much more taller, and I think she carries her weight really well. Whereas like Amber and Foodie just look like they're drowning in their own fat, Whereas, Anna, I think because she's like 5'10", she carries her weight really well, you know? Always finds like great clothes, really, kind of experiments with fashion. She always looks well presented from the videos that I've seen, because I'm new to her.
Part. People are incredibly selfish with their time, right? If I am on a vacation and I am sipping a drink with my friends, the last thing that I am worried about is what somebody over there is doing. Like, why would I waste my time? I am having a good time. I don't need anybody else up in my space. In fact, I probably don't even know what that person is wearing, what they're doing, unless it's really funny or really unusual. I probably don't even check them. I probably don't even know that they're there. And for 99% of people on this planet, they're going to be selfish with their time. And the 1% that decides to cross that line and say something mean to you or try to spoil a day, well, they had to go out of their way. They had to ruin their good time to also ruin your good time. And so you shouldn't really take it as a valid critique, because these people have already shown by their behaviors that they're miserable. Like, why would you ruin the party?
Yeah, but Anna, how did you really feel when those kids in the car called you fat? How did you really feel when that woman said that you were promoting an unhealthy lifestyle, and she kind of implied that you were a bad influence on society or on teenagers? Like, how did you feel about that? It would be nice to hear you explain that.
Everybody just wants to have fun. So if you're sitting there going like, oh my gosh, I cannot wear this bikini on the beach, like, people are going to say something about it. This is going to come as shocking and probably counter to like everything that we get taught. But I want you to know that those people don't give a damn about you. I cannot tell you anything about any person I've seen on a beach in the last 10 years. Unless they were my friend or they were doing some really cool acrobatic trick, I have no clue who they were. I can tell you nothing about them. If they show up in my pictures, I go, I don't even remember that person was there. And if anything, I'm just mad that they're in my picture. You don't matter to people at the beach. You don't.
Okay, class, who would like to do problem 3 on the board?
But it's hard not to get insecure at the beach when everybody is in, and even for men as well, it's hard not to get insecure at the beach if you're a woman and you're watching all these women in these bikinis, and it's hard not to get insecure as a man if you're watching all these guys in their Speedos and their trunks with their six-packs. The beach is just, you're gonna get self-esteem issues no matter who you are.
So you have to matter at the beach. The only person that has to matter to when you're out and experiencing these things is you.
That's easy to say, Anna, but that doesn't work in theory. Come on.
So if you feel comfortable in it, if it feels better than
it's great advice, but
wearing a full regalia to the beach, then wear it, because nobody else is ready to judge you. So if you can accept that these people don't care about you, which is depressing, but it's not. It's actually just life, right? They don't know you. Why should they care about you? Then you just have to focus on you. In fact, a lot of the things that we think other people think about us are just ourselves thinking them about us, but we're too afraid to say that, right? We're too afraid to admit the fact that we feel a little uncomfortable in a bikini, that we don't necessarily like how our body has changed, that we maybe don't feel comfortable yet being seen, right? Because when you wear a bikini, you feel like you're seen a little bit more. So it comes back all the way back to the beginning, where it comes back to you.
But also, if you look different, and in this case, if you are a morbidly obese person, you are going to go outside and worry who's going to see you today, who's going to make a comment today, who's going to laugh at you today. Even if you're not a beach person, there's a reason why Foodie is in the house 24/7. There's a reason why Amber is practically housebound, and the only way that we really see her is errands that she doesn't really film. I think it's because she's, a little bit frightened about going outside, and at times can be really embarrassed. It's hard being 500 and something pounds and looking out the window and wishing that you could go out and feeling like and having like your insecurities like hold you back because you're worried about the abuse that you're going to get from the outside.
If you want to be ready and feel confident and comfortable,
and we don't know what wifey treats Amber like, off camera. We don't know if would she defend Amber, or would she join if Amber was getting, teased and called a fat ass and she needs to lose weight and she's, and she's ugly and she's a cow and this, that. Would wifey stand up for her? Or would wifey just like, start smoking, just play around with her cigarette to hide her smirks? Like, we don't know how wifey's treating Amber behind the scenes.
Season in whatever it is you want to wear, from a bikini to a crop top to shorts to whatever, then you have to get comfortable with you. And that's a process. I don't want to give
That's so easy to say.
You like all the answers because there is no guide. I don't believe in one size fits all solutions. But I will tell you, if you take time to get to know yourself, take time to learn what it is you like about yourself, and take time to find value in who you are beyond your body, that suddenly your body becomes less of an important, gatekeeper to what you can and cannot do. For me, I don't really think about my body when I make decisions. I think about what I want to do, and then I think about the most appropriate thing to wear when I'm doing that. Because for me, it's about the activity and the experience more than it is about how I'll look doing it.
But also, with the activities, how are you going to navigate certain activities as like a 400 or 400 pound woman?
If you're at that point where you feel uncomfortable with your body, again, taking time to start looking for things you love versus looking for things you hate. Start finding ways to appreciate and understand how your body supports you. And then third, start to let go. And the letting go process, FYI, it sucks. It's not fun. It's gonna feel like friction every time you do it because you haven't done it. Change is hard, right? So the first time you wear that crop top, it's gonna feel foreign and it's gonna feel like everyone's staring at you. And you're gonna want to hide, because that's what you've been doing for years. But if you push yourself, if you let yourself go out and see, hey, wait, it's not that bad, you'll be able to do it again and again. I always say this, and I've said this a million times on every video I've ever made about confidence. Confidence isn't a light switch. You don't have it or you don't have it, right? It is a muscle. So every single day you have to push and kind of grow that strength of confidence.
That's good advice.
And some days you're gonna feel weaker than others. But on the days you feel strong and you feel like your confidence is there, push yourself. And little by little, you'll find yourself doing more and living more because you gave yourself the permission to try. Nobody else can give you that permission. Just like nobody else can take away that joy that comes from giving yourself that permission.
Well, they can if they verbally abuse you and make fun of you.
At the end of the day, when it comes to confidence, you're in the driver's seat. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter what anyone else thinks. Because confidence doesn't come from the outside. It comes from the inside. And that's why...
Anna? I wonder, is Anna gonna delve, or has she gone into motivational speaking? Because it does sound very convincing. Is she part of that? Does she do motivational talks? That would be interesting.
It's so hard. But if you want it, you've got to work for it. And I'm not going to be that person who's going to tell you it's easy. It's not. But man, it's freaking worth it. It really is. So I hope this season that you guys find the confidence to wear all the things you feel you can't, to do all the things you feel like you shouldn't, and to be the person you want to be without the lens of what you think people feel you should be. Because you're worth that, man. Life is too damn short to be living for somebody else's expectations. You've got this. So wear that bikini this summer. It's not that scary. So with that, guys, thank you so much for listening. If you enjoyed this video, let me know. I will make more of them in the future. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your week, and I am so excited to basically end this video and get on a plane to Hawaii, where I am going to wear all of the bikinis.
Oh wow, she's going to Hawaii.
All of the crop tops, all of the shirts, and I'm gonna shimmy and shake like I have no concerns, because you know why? That's living life. That's what it's all about. Those moments of pure joy where the only person you're thinking about is you and the people you love. Because those are really the only people that matter. So with that, have an amazing rest of your day. I'll check you later, and peace. The beach.
So guys, that's the end of the video. What Anna says is great in theory, but it's very different when you are let's just say, I'll use women as an example because this is her target audience. It's very easy for her to say, you know, live your life. You only have one life. Don't, you know, try to gain more confidence. Confidence is a muscle. Block out, you know, negative thoughts and embrace positive. That's easy to say, but it's going to be very hard to do, to put into actual practice if you are a plus size woman that is, you know, surrounded by, you know, firm beach bodies with six packs and really slender women, or women with six packs and muscular women in bikinis who are extremely proud of their looks and maybe looking at this morbidly obese woman and saying, why are you here? You know, people have good intuition. They know what, some people know when people are talking about them. Some people know when people are laughing at them. And sometimes it's going to be hard for a morbidly obese person to walk into a skinny space and be accepted. Like, you know, a lot of morbidly obese women, you know, have been laughed at, made fun of, rejected. And you know, by friendship groups. And I'm not just talking about men, by friendship groups as well. And it's very hard for morbidly obese or plus size women to go into those spaces and feel accepted. So yeah, it really is just a one day at a time issue. And maybe, you know, women get more confident when it comes with age, but it still doesn't help the fact that society is extremely harsh on morbidly obese or plus size or overweight women, and the criticism and the body criticism that they get is not going to go away anytime soon. But of course, Anna can serve as an inspiration. So guys, that was my reaction. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching.